I wasn't looking to move, but when the landlord called about a fully furnished home on Vesper Lane, I said yes before I even saw it. Cheap rent, no neighbors, seemed perfect. It was a 2-story Victorian house, with chipped white paint and ivy curling up the sides. Dusty inside, but charming, like it had stories to tell. The lease said 3 bedrooms, but I counted only 2. There was a locked door at the end of the upstairs hallway. No knob, just a rusted keyhole and a brass plaque on it. Room 9. I asked the landlord about it. He paused, then said, "Oh right, that door stays shut. Foundation issues. Nothing to worry about." He handed me a heavy iron key, just in case. That night I couldn't sleep. I kept hearing sounds upstairs, dragging, like something being pulled across the wooden floor. I checked both bedrooms. Empty. But when I passed room 9, the air grew colder. Something was breathing softly on the other side of the door. By the 3rd night, I couldn't take it anymore. I slid the key into the lock, turned with a groan. The door creaked open. Inside was dust, cobwebs, a broken rocking chair in the corner. And on the far wall, scratched deep into the wood, were numbers. Dozens of them. Dates, times, names, each carved like someone kept a list of something. I backed out, shut the door, and turned the lock. But when I looked down, there was a new name freshly etched into the floorboards. Mine. I started seeing things at night, not just shadows, but figures. One stood by the foot of my bed for hours, unmoving. Gone by morning. I took photos. Nothing appeared. But my cat refused to go upstairs anymore. She'd hiss at the ceiling and hide. One morning, I found all my mirrors turned toward the walls. Except the one in the hallway. It showed room 9's door open, though it was clearly closed. And someone stood inside, watching me. I heard the scratching again. This time, I placed a glass against the wall to listen. A voice, faint and childlike, was repeating numbers over and over. 41, 42, 43. When it reached my age, it stopped. Then it whispered, "Your turn." I ran upstairs. Room 9's door was open, the rocking chair now facing the hallway. On the wall behind it, a new line had been carved. 45, you opened it. I started locking my bedroom door with a chain and sleeping with a flashlight in hand. But every morning, the door to room 9 would be wide open. The rocking chair always in a different position, facing the window or me. One night, I heard dragging footsteps outside my room. I turned off the lights and peeked through the cracked door. The hallway mirror reflected me, but my reflection didn't move. It just stood there, smiling. That week, I kept having the same dream. I entered room 9 and gravity reversed. The ceiling became the floor, and I fell into darkness. But it wasn't just a dream. I woke up one morning with dust and splinters on my face, the same kind from the broken rocking chair. I set up a camera to record the night. In the footage, at exactly 3 a.m., the door opened slowly, and something crawling on all fours crept into the hallway. It looked directly into the lens and smiled. The names on the wall in room 9 kept multiplying. Mine appeared again, but now it was carved deeper with a thick, red streak trailing below it. I called the landlord, demanded an explanation. He paused and said, "You opened it. That means you'll close it." That night, I packed everything. I was ready to leave, but when I came back downstairs, my bags were gone. All my things back in place, like I had never touched them. The 9th night, I woke to tapping. Tap, tap, tap. She stood in the doorway of my bedroom. Not a girl, not a woman. Her form shifted constantly, small, stretched, bloated, skeletal, like flickering between memories. But her face never changed. A black void with a carved smile. She whispered, "You're the last. Then I'll choose another." and melted into the shadows. I woke up in a hospital. The neighbors had called the police, said I'd been screaming and running outside barefoot, covered in dust and blood. When officers searched the house, there were only 2 bedrooms. No room 9, no rocking chair, no names on the wall. I left town the next day, found a roadside motel a few states away. But when I checked in, I noticed something. My key had a brass tag on it. It read, Room 9,